Baki panel where he.
Oh yeah.
Yujiro was like threatening to Elon and Trump.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real. I saw a lot of people saying it was fake, so I actually don't know.
Knowing Baki, it might very much be
That's
real.
the problem with Baki is that like, if you tell me that, I'm like, there is a 90% chance that's real. This is like how the only way Japanese people will get into politics
Yeah.
is if it's in Baki.
They're like,
It's the only
Elon Musk shit did. It's like, oh yeah, I read it on Baki.
Wake up! Wake the up, Ohayo gozaimasu.
Audio all good?
Wake the up, trash tasters. Get this Among Us out of here.
No! Why'd you throw him like that?
He needs to know.
Man, boy bounced.
Oh, you got ejected, man.
Yeah, he did.
Law accurate.
I thought you were looking for something there, Garnt. You were like...
No, we're waiting
Nah,
on you, bro.
I'm looking for
Are we
the
ready?
start of this
No, I'm
podcast.
just waiting to see. Am I good to start?
Yes,
Am I
you're good.
Okay,
You're good to
okay.
start. We're ready.
Welcome to the Trash Taste podcast. Hope you're having a good one. I'm joined once again by the boys, Jerry and Garnt.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Connor. And today, things are changing because
We
we're
are.
starting our anime club.
Yes, well,
Wow,
we're going to
wow.
call it an anime club
Wow.
Trash
because,
Taste Anime Club.
because anime club sounds simpler than trash taste,
Things we
anime,
like.
manga, gaming, movies, and book club.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna call it anime club.
Yeah. Because we are an anime podcast
Yes.
after all.
So this idea came about over our Facing Our Fears series,
Yeah.
where we've done twice now, where we have recommended each of us to watch or play or read 3 different things.
Go check those out if you haven't yet.
Yeah, go check those out. And this is going to be following that kind of format, but instead of doing one whole episode of that, we thought we would do this. We would add this as a monthly segment to our podcast.
Is this the first time we're doing this on the podcast? Like a reoccurring segment?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know most podcasts out there do like a, okay, and now let's get into this particular segment, whatever. We're starting that 4.5 years into the
I
podcast.
know, right?
Well, look, especially there's a bunch of shit out there that's really cool, and you want us to watch or have opinions on. So now
Yeah.
we'll occasionally watch things once a month,
Yeah.
and give you our thoughts.
Some
And-
of those recommendations will be from like us,
Yeah.
like kind of recommending to one another, kind of like what we did for Facing Our Fears. And some of them will be from you guys over on the Patreon.
And
Yeah.
if you want to see our reactions to said media, you can do so on Patreon as well. We'll have an edited video
Hell yeah.
with us all reading, watching, reacting.
It's up right now if you
to
want a second monitor.
the stuff that we're going to be watching or talking about today, which is One Piece fan letter.
Yeah.
And Garnt, what was the other one?
So it was my turn to recommend a piece of media to the boys today. So on Patreon, you guys recommended the most upvoted one was One Piece fan letter, which I'm great taste, guys. Great taste. I'm very, very happy with that. So things were, you recommended something good. So I thought I'd go the opposite direction.
Anyone
And
for the memes.
I wanted to see these boys' reactions to My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today, the manga.
Was this a popular manga?
It is one that has just started.
It won the manga. It got an award from the manga awards, right?
I can't. Yeah, it got an award in last year's Next Manga Awards.
That's right.
Okay.
And I can't remember if it was. I think it was the International Awards. So the
Yeah.
international,
Okay.
the international audience voted for My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today.
So which one should we talk about first?
want to talk about One Piece first?
Let's talk about One Piece fan
Let's talk
letter.
about One Piece fan letter.
We should explain what this is to people who don't know. I think we've briefly touched on it on the
Garnt's
podcast
touched up
before,
on
but
it,
we should probably
yeah.
explain it again.
Well, I've already had my chance at explaining it. So since this is your time, this is your boys' first reaction to it.
Yeah.
I think I should throw the ball over to you guys.
Well, why don't you explain it? then,
Yeah,
Connor?
well, so One Piece fan letter is about, I believe it's just like one episode. I actually only watched one episode. There's only one episode.
Yeah, it's only one episode.
Yeah.
That is about the just everyday people in the world of One Piece and how the One Piece shenanigans affects their life. And basically, it is about 24 minutes of just pure, unadulterated fan stuff. What's the
Fan
word?
stuff.
Fan service?
Service. How's that word? It's just like if you love One Piece, this is just pure dopamine. Because it's just every single
Every 30 seconds it's like, oh.
every 2 frames there's like yeah. So we can talk about that right now because it's pretty fun. Can I have the gavel first though?
Yeah.
Why? What are you gonna do with the
Can
gavel?
I have the thing, please? Okay.
Well,
All right.
I had to get that out. Thank you for spoiling a part of One Piece for me.
What?
You fuckers.
What? I thought you said you'd got to the read the Whitebeard.
I just got there.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes. This is why, like, I was gonna start it off by saying, yeah, when Garnt recommended this, in the back of my head, I was like, is Connor caught up?
Because Connor had mentioned, okay, I interpreted that as I've read the Marineford arc.
Yeah.
The Whitebeard war arc.
Yeah.
Which was actually, I saw this, I was like, this is perfect because this literally takes place like in that arc.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Connor's caught up to everything he needs to. I didn't realize. So
This is basically right. To explain it to
are you telling me you haven't finished it?
No, I just started that arc.
Oh my god!
To explain it, this takes place roughly like right as the
Literally
time
right
skip
after.
happens.
Yeah, like literally right
I'm
after.
having the fucking time of my life. I'm
Yeah.
watching this. I'm locked in. And like, there's like probably things that could be spoilers, but like at that point, you don't know what it is. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's not a spoiler. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. And then they say one thing. They like, don't do any spoilers. And then they have like a 30-second scene where he's like, and then when this guy died, it had, and I was like, huh?
Which is like must be. I think look, I haven't caught up to One Piece, but the amount that I have read is probably the biggest plot twist in the series up until that point.
Yeah, nobody dies in One Piece. It's like Pokemon rules.
Someone
Someone actually dies.
They just faint.
Like, someone actually dies in this show.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it took him like 20 years of courage to kill
well,
someone.
shit.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I feel bad now because I
Good.
literally.
I mean, if anything, it's kind of a fucking miracle that you went all this time without knowing that plot.
Yeah.
No,
twist.
so the thing is, right, is that like with a series like One Piece, where there are just so many spoilers,
Yeah.
in passing, I hear things, and then like I just kind of don't think much of it. So
Like you
it
don't
kinda-
know it in context, right?
Yeah, and so it kind of just goes to the back of my head.
yeah.
Like I will be honest with you, so you don't feel that bad. I have heard that before.
Yeah.
But like I didn't like
It didn't
connect
click.
dots or
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really like, so I when I'd heard it, I was like, fuck, I have heard that before.
Is your live reaction on?
Yes.
Do we have our reactions downloaded? I want.
I want to see the moment where Connor finds out.
Yeah, no, I did.
Because I remember, watching it, I was like, oh,
I didn't pause. I just carried on, but I was like screaming.
yeah, because they kind of reveal it in a very subtle way.
No, they don't. They just straight up say it.
Actually, Kai, can you give us the mouse and keyboards? This probably probably good.
It's crazy because they just like show glance. Okay, by the way, this is amazing. By the way, like
Yeah.
One Piece
Oh,
Fan
it's
Letter
so
was-
good.
Okay,
I loved
yeah.
everything about this.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I just
Yeah.
thought it was funny. that it's the one time in this thing where they pretty much just straight up say an unadulterated spoiler. So if you're not caught up past that arc, don't watch this.
Get to at least the time
What's
skip.
crazy is that I was so close. I was so close.
See, I interpreted it because we've only. Have we ever really talked about One Piece on the podcast?
No.
Have you talked about One Piece on the podcast? Because
No, because he was making his way through it.
Yeah,
right?
so we
didn't
talked
want to
about-
talk. We didn't want to talk too much about One Piece in case we accidentally said something.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be a spoiler for Connor.
Yeah, I think here's my envision now because I think the reason why I've given up on that video, people get really sad when I say I've given up on it, is because I had lost a lot of the footage to begin with, which is obviously not great,
Yeah,
and
which is the worst way that a video
yeah,
can
and
die.
also
Yeah.
I started the project and I was really ambitious about it and I was really happy about it, and then as time went on, I slowly was like, like I like One Piece and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not as passionate about it as I thought I was hoping I'd be.
yeah,
And so making this whole all-encompassing video about One Piece felt disingenuous when I wasn't as invested as I was hoping I would be.
and also One Piece.
But I had a good time with it though.
And also One Piece is just a fucking mega project to begin
Yeah.
with.
I mean, I was expecting it to be a long video, but then as it was going on, I was like, I don't think I'm passionate enough to make a 7-hour video about this. Like, I think I could pay my editor to put something together, but I don't think it would be what I would want it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Which is basically why, spoiler alert, I asked Connor to
Yeah,
be
he was like, "Can I make
hey,
one?"
can I do it then? Because I need an excuse to catch up to One Piece.
So I was like, yeah, fuck it. But then
Yeah,
I also think it'll be fun because then we can do like a.
Which is great because now I can just talk to you about One Piece casually.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to do like eventually when I catch up, which I just need to sit down and do.
Well, you don't need to catch up. You've watched basically. I mean, you've got to Marineford.
You've watched like 20
I
years.
thought you finished Marineford, and then you stopped afterwards because that arc is peaked to me. But I thought
I'm going to go back and re get into it. I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd love to do a couple of trash episodes where we can just go over it all. Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
One Piece fan letter.
I think this is the moment.
Yes,
right
this is
here.
the moment where the character, one of the Marines, who by the way, I love these guys.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. Yeah, look at this.
He
Yeah.
lost.
I'm just kind of like, what?
The silent.
I didn't know that.
It took like it's. You can see like the cogs turning in his head, being like, "Wait, what did he say?"
What did he say?
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah.
passing.
Because I knew the time skip was coming next, so I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the only downside, is that I did get spoiled. But other than that, it was awesome. Like, it was great. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. Like watching this, like took me back to when I was like, 10, 11 years old, and the first time I like really got into One Piece. Like, it made me feel like a kid again watching
Yeah.
this.
it felt like something like you would see on YouTube, like a fan would make.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like in terms of like the way the story was laid out. Like, it was
Yeah.
just an honest to God love letter to the series.
Yeah.
And I think it was great. I seeing all these characters pop up. I'm like, I know that guy. Whoa!
There's so many little Easter eggs in here, and one thing that I really was impressed with was just the quality of the storytelling for a 24-minute
good.
episode.
That's what I said at the end of my thing. I was like, this had better like pacing and storytelling than
One Piece.
most 12
And One Piece,
and One
actually.
Piece, than most 12 episode anime coming out recently. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of exhausted halfway through. I was like, oh my God, we're getting through a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, I feel like getting invested, and I know that it's going to end in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there are like some really fucking amazing scenes in here. One of my favorite scenes is kind of like midway through. I think the beginning was like just the perfect. When I first saw this, I saw the first like 10 minutes, and I was just like, haha, Easter eggs, haha.
Yeah, yeah.
They're having some fun conversations. And then the story of the two brothers like starts,
Yeah.
Subaru stories.
and you're like, oh, they're going in on the storytelling on this.
Mm-hmm.
The direction of the scene where you see the ground view of the Whitebeard war arc, you're just like, holy shit, this is some insane like cinematography and
Yeah.
storytelling they got here.
For sure.
And it was kind of like, it kind of just puts into perspective just what you would probably be like within the world of One Piece.
Yeah.
You know, how fucking helpless you are in the world of One Piece.
those guys at the bar, that's basically us.
I mean, I'd be the janitor.
That's basically us being like, nah, Zoro's the goat. Nah, Mihawk is the goat.
I love that they included a scene where it was just a bunch of guys at the bar arguing over who's the strongest person in One Piece. That's-
Very, very true to
That's
life.
the entire fan base right now.
this is just us right now.
Yeah.
We are those guys.
Yeah,
And the
for
guy was
sure.
like, yeah, Zoro's got potential. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
He's
so
like,
good.
who Sanji? Who? Nah, no one gives a shit about Sanji.
So how did this like come about? Like, what was the story behind why this was made? Because this is kind of unusual for like a project.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
don't know.
honestly. I'm not sure what the backstory of this is. This is just kind of dropped one day. I'm sure.
It's by Toei, right?
Yes, it's by Toei, but
I saw Oda has like writing credit in this as well, from what I saw.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or something
Because,
like that. He's like involved in it in one way. I definitely saw his name pop up in the credits.
but
in
I
some
wouldn't be
aspect.
surprised if he was just a producer on this.
Oh, could've been, yeah.
Because this is okay. Here's the real question: do you guys count this as filler? You know what I mean?
By if you were to go by the definition of it, yeah, this is filler.
Technically, yes.
Because
Yeah.
this doesn't have any bearing on the plot.
It doesn't. But it's like, what? At what point are you just like, wait, this has no bearing on the plot.
Ah.
This has nothing to do with the manga or anything like that. This is anime original scenes. But it has better, it's a better product than a lot of even like canon stuff.
Yeah, I think though, like this is filler in the best way possible, in that if you're going to produce filler in any kind of anime, it should be used in this aspect where it's used more so to like aid and enrich the story and enrich the world that you're in for the entire story, right? And
Yeah.
like in that aspect, like this was the best filler episode that One Piece could have had, because it's like, I don't know any of these characters. We're probably never going to see any of these characters ever again.
I want to. I'm invested in all their stories.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, we're never going to see these characters again, but they built it up in 24 minutes to a point where it's like, but I want to see what happens with these characters. Like, I want to know more about these characters now.
Yeah.
And like, how many filler episodes can do that as effective as this did?
How many filler arcs can do that?
Yeah, right?
You know, some of the characters in this left more of an impact on me in like 25 minutes than most anime, like entire
That's
anime
what I'm
series.
saying.
do.
Yeah.
Because when I saw screenshots, I was like, oh, do you know what I originally thought when I saw the poster and screenshots out of context? I was like, is this like Nami's backstory or something?
Yeah, the
thought-
character does look like Nami.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
she was like a young Nami.
Yeah, I thought she was a young
Yeah.
Nami the first I saw it, and then I was like, oh, she's just
a Nami fangirl.
She's just a Nami mega fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Which there was one scene where I was just like, where I think Usopp helps the Nami fangirl. I'm like, bro, come on. You don't know the Straw Hat Pirates? Come on, girl. Come on.
You call yourself a Nami
she's like,
fan?
yeah,
Yeah.
a big Nami fan. You don't know her like best friend. Or
Yeah.
So you call yourself a Nami fan, you don't even know who Usopp is? Bruh. Fake fan.
Oh gosh.
I'll tell you a trope that I've been really that I've seen a lot in anime recently, but I'm kind of like liking this trope that's appearing. It's big gruff burly man actually likes cutesy things.
Oh my god, yeah. The fucking general who's like mad in love with Chopper. I think in my video I was like, damn, he's just like me for real. Like, I get you, dude.
Is that I was confused watching that. I was like, is this like a canon thing in One Piece, or is it like a fun little throwaway?
It's just a fun little throwaway. Yeah.
I was like, is this like a plot device, like Akamega Kill, where he's like, this is just like going to be decide one of the wars because he can't kill Chopper.
no.
Like,
He just fucking thinks Chopper is cute. And I'm like, you know what? I
Yeah.
can't disagree.
it's great.
Love Chopper.
It was just really fun. There was nothing about this that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
The animation style was phenomenal.
The animation's so good in this.
Yeah.
Everything was great. Everything
Yeah,
was so good.
because I've really liked the different art style that they did for this short film as
Yeah.
well. I don't know. I know it's like an up and coming director who worked on this, but I would love to see more of their work, especially not even like in the One Piece universe. I would love to see more films like this where it's One Piece adjacent, or not even like any big anime adjacent, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I think we'll have no shortage of One Piece adjacent stuff coming.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I
I think
also-
it's an inevitability.
I also recorded my reaction to this, and even though I've already seen it, I think I actually enjoyed it even more the second time.
Because it's so fast paced that I feel like in your first watch through, I feel like I missed a lot of like subtleties and nuances that I'm sure I'll pick up again, you know, is with subsequent watches.
yeah.
Because like that's one thing I also noticed as well. I was like, at first I was watching this and I was like, damn, this has gone really fucking fast. Like
Yeah.
how much are they gonna cover? Because I thought, again, when I looked at the poster of it, I thought it was gonna be kind of more like a slice of lifey, like kind of slower paced story.
Yeah.
And then just like from the first like 12 minutes, I was like, wow, we've covered more plot than like 3 episodes worth of anime.
We've covered more plot than half of Wano at this point.
Yeah, legit. This episode is sponsored by Zocdoc.
Boys, have you ever been to a dentist who just wants to chat while they're cleaning your teeth?
Yeah.
every
Or
now and
how
then.
about a doctor where you have to wait 6 months to book an appointment? I mean, I'm already better by the time I go see the doctor. So why should I have to settle on which doctor I choose?
Amen.
I'm here to tell you that you don't have to settle anymore when it comes to finding the right doctor.
Hallelujah.
With Zocdoc, you've got options.
Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. You can also filter based on specific preferences, whether that's looking for a male doctor, speaks a specific language, has availability that fits with your work schedule, or has an opening in the next day or so. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose the time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments made through Zocdoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments as well.
Look, if we lived in the US, we'd use Zocdoc. So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/trash. Zocdoc.com/trash. back to the episode.
So the reason I enjoyed it more on my second viewing, on this viewing, is because, like you guys are mentioning, a lot of my first viewing was just like me pointing at the screen, being like, "Oh, it's the thing, it's that guy, and it's that Easter egg, and oh my god, Zorro's right there."
Robin pops
right
up
there.
for half a second.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And on my second viewing, I was like, okay, remove that part of my brain, and I was just enjoying the short film for what it was. And I'm not gonna lie, during the final scene, I actually started tearing up.
I mean, it's very emotional.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was definitely like, I was making like a lot of commentary, and then during the last final scene, you could like physically see like my eyes start tearing up, and I'm like, go on, don't do it.
One Piece just has that like special thing, man. Especially when you've been following it for as long as the series has been going on for. Especially if you've been there since like the very beginning. Like, it's just something about it just makes you feel like just a kid again in like the best way possible. And I don't know how it manages to do that every single time. Oh, look at
You're like, this is me just like holding back the tears.
That's a real One Piece fan, boys. That's a real One Piece fan right there.
Should give you a hug, Garnt. Jesus.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the moment where it was just like, see, I'm like taking deep breaths because I'm like, hold it back. But like the one where like really got my eyes watering was just hearing Luffy say "set sail," and when she goes over and just hearing, I don't know, something about that. Just like it just brought me back to my entire childhood, like hearing Luffy say that every week and seeing that from like, I think they chose the perfect main character for the short film because she is just a fan, and so she's kind of like the audience surrogate. So seeing the Straw Hat Pirates through her eyes was just like, it brought me like so many fucking emotions.
Yeah.
And just watching this just like made me realize I fucking love One Piece, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love One Piece.
Every aspect of this.
This is the.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I feel you though, dude. I feel that so hard.
I was like, I'm a real man. I'm a real man.
Yeah, I feel that
man.
so hard, dude.
I'm a real fucking man. Oh, man.
I mean, every aspect of this felt like a labor of love, really.
Yeah.
Totally.
It felt like everyone gave it everything.
Yeah, it just
So
really
good.
made me realize, like, man, I fucking love One Piece, and also, man, I really got to finish One Piece. I really need to read this shit again, man. So good.
Yeah, because is this the first time you've watched anything One Piece anime related? Because you've already
yeah, that was also interesting because I was like, I don't.
Oh, you got to hear the voices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd never heard the voices before,
yeah.
so that was kind of fun.
Was it like as you envisioned?
I guess it's so weird when you read manga. You have this like just this internal voice that you give everything, and then hearing them say stuff. Also, like pronunciations. That's
Right.
also weird.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know how you. What's the? I always call it like
Shabondi.
Shabondi. They said Shabondi. I was just like, I was in my head. I'm like Sabadoy or something. I was Sababoy. Because you realize when you read manga, you never have to say the word.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of like it's almost like even like a pattern recognition. I don't actually even like say the word. I just see the letters.
Yeah.
And I'm like that thing. Boom.
It's like, yes, Sababundi Island.
Sababadoy. Like I don't even like. It's like I don't even know what the word is. Like in my head, like I'm trying to think of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Shabondi.
Why is it Shabondi?
Shabondi, because it comes from the word shabondama, which means bubble.
Oh.
Yeah, the Japanese word for bubble is shabondama, so Shabondi.
Because I was always like, why do they not pronounce it Sabity, innit?
Sabity Island!
Sabity Island, mate! Yeah, because like, I think watching this made me realize that even though I'm a manga reader now, and mostly I'm a manga reader because of the One Piece pacing for the anime, which is like way too mega slow, but nothing I think can affect me as much as watching an anime adaptation of it. Because I think there's just something magical about the One Piece anime adaptation. And I come back every now and again to watch like some of the big mega important scenes in the newer anime.
It's because you get the music, you get the animation, and it's like they just keep barraging you with emotions.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to kind of like take a break.
Also, the voicing, like the voice actors now are just like, it's so iconic. Like every character now is just like, even though they've gone on to do other stuff, it's like, you know, Luffy's voice actress, Tanaka Miyomi, has done so many roles, but she's just Luffy now, like for a lot of people. So like when you hear Luffy speak, it's just like, fuck, that's Luffy.
Also, it's just like something about every time you hear that first little intro where you talk about
message, Scott.
So I don't know this.
yeah. It's just every time you hear that, I'm like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm a boy again.
It takes you right back to the first opening.
Yeah, because I think part of the reason I love One Piece so much is that there's just something magical about the energy it gives off. Watching it makes me feel like a kid again. You forget that you're a fucking adult, and it invokes this sense of wonder and joy that you kind of like forgotten how you feel like as an adult. And it's so fucking rare.
It's like it goes back to that moment of like, yeah, I'm about to go on this fucking awesome adventure with the Straw Hat crew, and like, there's just this like childish wonder and excitement about that One Piece is like one of the only anime that from my childhood that just like really gives that visceral feeling to me about. So I completely get why you react like this, because that was me as well on the inside when Luffy was like, shit, go now, just like,
I was like, because I'll be honest, I didn't cry the first time. I think I cried this time just because I was like, not like, I was more like, I know what's going to happen, and I was just, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it. This is what
I was still just pissed off that I got spoiled. Fuck, man.
so funny.
I should have just read before. So I regret it.
Yeah, great recommendation, Garnt.
Yeah, well, I mean, this wasn't me. This was the
Patreon. Sorry, Patreon. Good recommendation.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Garnt recommended the other thing.
Okay, so Garnt and I had read the first volume of this when we did the Manga Awards stream last year. So I had known about it, and I knew that Garnt was on his bullshit when he was like, "Hey, we should continue reading this on the podcast."
Can you explain what this manga is, people who don't know? Because
Sure.
I'd never heard of this thing before.
Yeah, sure. So it's a up and coming Yuri manga.
Yep.
Basically about a high school girl who is in a secret relationship with another girl in her class. But I guess, you know, as high schoolers are in a lot of these like romance situations, you know, they're very like conflicted. They don't know what they want.
No,
you know,
it's not fucking conflicted.
It's conflicted.
No.
It's conflicted in the most. Okay, so to explain the manga in one sentence, it's basically a bunch of characters, a bunch of girls who are for the streets. That's the only way to describe it.
First of all, though, so it's set in a high school, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone is lesbian. What's up with
Everyone's
this?
lesbian.
Why is everyone lesbian?
Because
in
in
this school?
Yuri manga, everyone's lesbian.
It's just the one. Okay, to be fair, only is it an all-girls school?
It's yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We mean four characters, all four are lesbian. What are the odds? I'm just saying, pure maths now. Come on, let's talk.
Wait, who's the fourth lesbian?
No. The fourth is an implied lesbian.
No, they're just friends.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just friends.
they're- are you-
You think
about
I'm
you-
going to believe that
You
guy?
talking about Yuki?
The one who likes the one who likes
The one who likes Nanase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuki,
Her best friend, right?
Her best friend,
Yeah.
right?
Best friend.
Yeah, you know, Yuki. It's
She's lesbian.
Not
no.
confirmed.
It's
Dude,
not
you know
confirmed.
she's
Not
lesbian.
confirmed.
You know she's
It's not
lesbian,
confirmed.
God. They implied heavily she was lesbian.
She's implied lesbian, but it's not canon
Okay,
yet.
before we get into this, this is basically, to all the viewers who are listening or watching, this is basically a scientifically engineered manga to please Garnt. There's no other way about it.
It's Yuri domestic girlfriend. It's the way
It's
to describe
domestic
it.
girlfriend cranked up to 10.
Yeah,
Like,
I would even say, reading this for the first time, I'm like, you know what? Maybe domestic girlfriend isn't that wild after all. Maybe domestic girlfriend is actually kind of normal.
So to put it into context, we originally were only going to read the first 2 volumes.
Yeah.
But then I guess Garnt went ahead and was just, got curious and was like, "Hey boys, we should instead read up until volume 3."
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, because volume 3 is when shit goes
I
wild.
really pushed for it because Joey was like, I've already bought the first 2 volumes. I literally sent him the links on Amazon being like, buy now, read it on your Kindle.
Yeah.
No, we are doing this. We are doing this. So the reason I recommended it to him is because I just like to see my friends suffer. That's pretty much it. So if you want an absolute wild ride, you can go read it, or you can just listen to us talk about it now. Because like Domestic Girlfriends, I thought that was an amazing reaction from the two of you.
Yeah.
So I would like to hear your recount of everything that happened. Go on, explain the entire plot for the.
Okay, so do you mind, or would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, so our main character is this girl called Uni, who is in a secret relationship with Nanase, who is, I guess, like a member of the school's volleyball team.
Yes,
Naturally.
They are both lesbians. Uni is very much more of the kind of girlfriend where like she wants to be, a lot more like show public signs of affection and maybe not hide the relationship as much because she's proud of it. Whereas Nanase is a little more reserved and doesn't want to be judged by her peers and kind of wants to keep it a secret. Whereas Uni is not really cool with that. And
well, you also forget that it opens up on literally Uni sending like a shirtless pic.
Oh yeah, she's like, my bra cute though.
Yeah, and you're like, the fuck am I reading?
So that happens, and so we establish that. But then slowly. Oh yeah, and also Uni is one of those girls who have an alt account and tweets everything on her alt account.
Okay.
Which is already red flag.
The whole time she's like tweeting about not being happy that her girlfriend doesn't want to go public.
Yeah.
And it's like, bitch, you're tweeting about it.
Yeah.
No wonder she doesn't want to go public with it. You're crazy.
Yeah. Also, not even on a locked account, my dog. On a public account. All right. Anyway, so as she's like, tweeting her frustrations, being like, man, even though I'm in a relationship, I feel lonely, blah, 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 tweet. And then this girl, Fuko, shows up and she's like, hey, I see you're a little bit lonely. Do you want to like hang out with me instead? And she gives off this the smiling devil emoji. That's her as a person. It's like
that's so true.
Incredibly devious lesbian girl who is just head over heels for Uni. And basically by the end of volume 1, Fuko does everything in her power to basically almost blackmail Uni into being like, nah, fuck that hoe. Come with me instead.
Yeah. Well, it starts out by blackmailing her, saying, I found your Twitter account.
Yeah.
But like, it's not very hard to find because Uni is posting like half of her face to it in a school uniform, which, look, it doesn't take Rainbolt to figure out which school and who you are. You know what I mean?
I reread that and I was losing my shit at like, I was re-losing my shit because I couldn't remember everything that happened because so much happens in every volume.
Yeah, totally.
And I was looking at the picture of her posting and just like, it's like a tiny little emoji over her mouth.
It's like me covering this part of my face being like, oh, I'm in a secret lesbian relationship in my school. By the way, I'm underage.
Yeah. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Lesbian Clark Kent? No, like this is not like the Superman universe right now.
Bitch, lock your account, please. Why is this public?
And so like, throughout a lot of this earlier chapters as well, I feel like they're trying to paint Nanase as being like unreasonable.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm thinking, bitch, Uni, you're the one posting about your secret relationship without asking if it's okay or not. Like, I feel like you're the crazy one here.
Like, someone needs to take away her phone.
I don't blame Nanase for not wanting to commit to this.
Yeah.
But then obviously Fuko goes, like you said, crazy.
Yeah, Fuko goes crazy, gets like mega obsessive with Uni to the point where she's like, hey, so I found your alt account and I see that you don't want it to go public. And Uni was like, all right, what do I need to do? What do you want then? What do you want from me? And so at the end of volume 1, Fuko goes, I want you to give me an ear piercing, just like you.
Yeah.
And
that's what girls do.
That's what girls do.
Is it like a big thing?
That's like a big thing, I guess.
That's a big thing. That's the big thing, I guess.
And Uni was like, all right, bet. What day do you want to do it? And it's like, oh, on this particular Friday of this particular month. And Uni was like, hang on a second. That's my 2-month anniversary though.
2-month anniversary.
2 months.
Yeah,
real big milestone. Real big milestone.
Which I was like, wait, or was it a 6-month? I don't even remember. It was not even a year basically. Anniversary. And so he's like, okay, well, I mean, Nanase's like busy with like her volleyball club or whatever. She just got like the main team or whatever.
But I guess like high school relationships are also like house flies.
Yeah.
They have like a short lifespan. So
Exactly.
2 months maybe is worth
Yeah, they
celebrating.
don't normally last
Yeah.
long anyway,
Yeah.
right? But Uni's like thinking otherwise. She's thinking like, she just found her fucking Prince Charming,
Right.
or whatever. So she's like, all right, fine. I'll fucking pierce your ear so you can shut up, and then I'll wait for Nanase to call me to congratulate us on our fucking anniversary or whatever. That doesn't happen. They go to a manga cafe, I think it was, or something. She gets her ear pierced. And like I love the line of Fuko explaining like, okay, yeah, so I got 2 piercings. One is a star and one is the moon. You get to have the moon because there's only one moon in the sky, whereas there are many stars in the sky. So I'm okay with being the second bitch. And I was just like, whoa, okay.
Also, there are plenty of moons.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, ever heard of Jupiter? There's like 30 moons on that
Saturn
bitch.
be like, oh, come on in.
Yeah, let me just chill with my 60 moons.
Yeah.
So basically, what ends up happening at the end of Volume 1 is she falls asleep, wakes up, the clock has already turned to the next day, no call from Nanase. Uni is absolutely fucking devastated. Fuko then is just like, you're mine now, bitch. Basically, and like kisses her. And that's the end of Volume 1. Now,
Okay.
that's all I read.
But then when she gets kissed in this manga cafe, her phone goes off from Nanase being like, hey, let's spend today together. But now she's feeling guilty.
Yeah.
She's Googling, is it cheating?
Yeah.
Which is also like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the line was crossed probably even before the kiss. Obviously, the kiss was just the point where it's just like, all right, you've fully committed to cheating.
Yeah.
But even before that, they'd go on dates together.
Yep.
They'd go on like dates together. They'd hang out. They'd hold hands ish.
Get flirty.
Right?
Get flirty with it.
Get a little flirty. You're like, okay, you are definitely flirting with the devil right here.
Yeah.
But even still, she had so much fucking denial.
Yeah.
Like Uni.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying listening to her like justify it. She's like, it wasn't cheating, and if it was, it wasn't very good cheating, and if it was good cheating, it wasn't my problem, and if it was my problem, it's not Nanase's problem, and if it's Nanase's problem, she'll understand and she'll forgive me, and if she doesn't understand, and it's like, bitch, shut up, shut up.
Uni's just going about it in every two-way street where it's like you have the choice to make the right decision or the wrong decision. Uni's like, I'm gonna make the wrong decision every single time.
What's crazy is like Fuko is like the most insane woman who is awful, and I'm at least like I respect your game.
No,
You're
same here.
at least brutally honest. You're like, I don't mind being the side bitch. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm a slide in there. And then I say, it's like, no, it's not cheating. And you're like, God damn it. Why am I rooting for the worst person in the room?
Legit.
Because I was exactly the same when I read it, and she was, you know what? She's coming in. She's being a home wrecker right now.
Yep.
But at least she's being upfront about it.
Yeah.
At least she's like, actually, Uni, we are cheating right now.
Yeah.
And just so you know,
I need you to understand this.
I need you to understand. We are cheating, and cheating is bad.
So
But
then-
I'm okay with that. And Uni's
I'm
like,
okay because I'm the side bitch.
And Uni's like, no, this isn't cheating. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
The only thing that Fuko does that is like batshit insane is constantly blackmail, which is like it's kind of crazy.
Okay. There's blackmailing, and then there is, I know you have an alt account, and Uni being like, I have 400 followers.
That's whatever. But like when later on, the next chapter, there's a scene where I guess Nanase is not feeling great, goes to the infirmary. Fuko's there working there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
She's called to him, and then Uni goes to check up on Nanase, who she thought would be at the infirmary. Surprise, surprise, Fuko's there.
Yeah.
Fuko like grabs her and starts fondling her, and then takes a picture while fondling her. And I'm like, okay, this is like illegal. Now how would you breaking laws?
Yeah, there's the one scene that's just burned into my memory where she comes in and then her aura turns on and it's just like, hey, I know you miss me. Nipple poke. I was just like, whoa! Like the teacher's right there, bro. Like we're in school right now.
It's weird. It's
So
definitely
then
weird.
a big plot point happens in volume 2, the second half of volume 2, where Nanase, I guess, is now a regular on the volleyball team, and she has to go play regionals in Osaka. And Nanase is like, hey, Uni, I'm going to Osaka next week. It'd be really sick as my girlfriend if you'd come and support me in my first regional game. And Uni is like, well, bitch, I'm in high school. I've got no money. That shit's expensive.
And then Fuko overhears it, pulls out her fucking bank account and was like, hey, yo, I heard you need money.
She's got 8 G's in the bag.
She's got 8 G's in the bag, which I'm like, where'd you get that from? And then she was like, okay, I will take you to Osaka. I will pay for all of your expenses and everything. In return, you have to go on a date with me in Osaka. Uni's like, bet, let's go. So she goes, has a date, and then they go back to the hotel room.
No, while they're out on a date.
Oh yeah,
Nanase's friend
that's
sees
right.
them.
Nanase's friend Yuki is like, hang on, that those girls look familiar. Whatever. It's probably just someone else. It's cool. That's burned into her memory. They finish the date. They go back to the hotel room and they're just like vibing and chilling or whatever. And then I don't even remember how it got to the point of the beginning of Volume 3.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Because
Joey.
that part is just blanked out for me.
I'll tell you. This
Yeah,
is
please.
where Uni, I guess, fully commits, because all that happens is Fuko, after being upfront as being her side hoe, she pulls back like one step.
Yeah.
She's like, do you remember
Yeah.
this? She pulls back. She's like,
She plays hard to get for
She's like,
seconds.
no, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not happy that I paid for this trip, and
All you're thinking about is Nanase.
all you're thinking about is Nanase. We're cheating right now, actually, and you can't even accept that fact. You're still in full copium mode. So I'm just gonna go back to the hotel and chill.
That's right.
And like she takes one step, and then Uni is like, "Wait, hold on."
Yeah.
Hold on! Don't leave me. I'll come with you. You can be my sugar mama. Okay, I'll let it happen. I'll let it happen. And then they go back to the hotel.
That's right,
And
that's
that's the
right.
events leading up to
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, then they have like a 30-panel sex scene.
Yeah.
Very detailed.
Yeah.
Extreme detail.
Yeah, basically Fuko, after pulling back, and Uni being like desperate, trying to like come to terms with like, oh fuck, we're cheating, whatever. Fuko's just like, let's fuck then. And then Uni's like, yes.
It's such a detailed 30-panel like manga sex scene. So many hand poses. I thought there was a guide to
It
solving a
is,
Rubik's Cube.
like, yeah.
It's so many steps.
It is raunchier than like any kind of lesbian porn you'll ever watch. Like
Yeah.
it is. It blew my mind. I was like, I knew, like, I've read some Yuri manga in the past where like there's been some like sex
Yeah.
scenes or whatever. This one was just like legitimately borderline hentai.
I'm
It was
impressed
crazy.
that modern manga, they just get straight to porn.
They get
like
straight-
within like 30 minutes. It's like porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Legit.
for this,
Porn.
this felt there's even more erotic than some
So
hentai
erotic.
that I've read. So unfortunately, we can't show any of our reactions, obviously, of this scene
Yeah.
on YouTube.
You can
which
see it on Patreon though,
which is
uncensored.
why it's on the
Oh, yeah, check it all
Patreon.
out,
Because I
check it
really
all
want
out.
to see your guys' reaction to it.
Yeah.
Because I'd forgotten how explicit they went in this manga
Yeah.
until I was like, chapter volume 2 ended on a cliffhanger. I
Yeah.
should see what happens in chapter 3. And I think I just blanked out how long
Oh, it's so
the
long.
fucking scene
It's
was.
so long.
It's I was like, in most scenes, even in something like, Domestic Girlfriend, it's just like a few panels. And they literally have to have a bonus
The
chapter.
tears you had are the tears I had during this. Going like, oh God. Oh, it's still going. It's still going.
It was like 20 pages of foreplay, dude. It was so long.
I remember, because up to this point, I don't think there had been nudity, right?
Not really, no.
They would been like
There'd be like a
saucy,
bra,
there'd be like a bra
yeah.
or some foot or something, but nothing like nudity. I remember opening up volume 3 and the first thing you see is tits. Bam! Just out there. Tits
Yeah.
out there. And you're like, okay, this is gonna be a few panels.
I legitimately thought I like skipped a volume accidentally because I was just like, what?
Yeah, it just becomes domestic girlfriend plus hentai. from
It
that
really
point on.
does.
Because-
I think my favorite part though that's just forever ingrained into this memory because the way that this author decided to like lay this out is just hilarious to me. So it was after the whole sex scene happens, and we cut to Nanase's regional game, right? And Nanase's there, and she's like looking around, and she's like, "Where's Uni?" She sees Uni far off in the corner, all right?
Yeah.
And there's just this shot of like Uni just sitting there like looking down, and you turn the page and it's Fuko just eating you down. I was just like,
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? It's like it's like a fucking previously on.
Yeah, previously on. My girlfriend isn't here anymore. Carpet munch. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, you know how like sometimes in like Lost they would cut back to like season 1 during season 5 to refresh you on like things you need to know.
Yeah.
it feels like it's gonna be like that. Like every single chapter they're gonna cut back to the sex scene just to be like previously.
Was that the one where they were like fucking 69?
Yeah.
Yes.
The next
Oh
panel, they were like every angle,
And then, like, they had, like,
on
the,
this 2-page
the
spread.
ghost of Fukuo like behind her naked.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? But then they during this opening chapter, Nanase finds Uni in the bleachers. And it's like, you're there, love it.
Yeah.
And then she goes to
Yuki, yeah.
Yuki, who is her best friend, who it's kind of implied that she's into her. I guess it wasn't confirmed, but she very much is a lesbian. She goes, hey, that's my secret girlfriend up there. And she's like, oh shit.
She has the Slumdog Millionaire moment where it's like,
That's the girl I saw on the street on a date with another girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it ends there, and then it cuts to the next scene. That sounds like a porno. The
next
like,
scene.
like in a jav. It's like, the next scene. We started in their household where they go. I guess they're having a swim
Pool
class
party, yeah.
in school, or is
No,
it
it's a pool party.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
I was confused at first because I was like, why is every single student at the pool party?
Yeah, no, they
and
went to a
have their
public
own
pool.
locker?
Yeah.
Right.
It's because if you read Rent a Girlfriend, you know shit goes down on the pool.
Always goes down the
It
pool
always
episode.
goes down.
Always
Like,
goes down.
Always goes down.
And I guess when everyone is getting changed, Fukuo just decides to just grab Uni and like take her in the locker and start fondling her.
Yeah.
And like finger blasting her.
Yeah.
While Nanase is literally on the other side of the locker being like, hey, Uni, you coming? And then I guess
And she's like,
she's
yeah.
like, I'm coming. And then she's like, all right, should I come? She's like, no, don't look. And then I guess Fukuo's foot is out that's been pedicured.
Yeah.
And then it cuts right after this to when they've left it after Uni's done nutting. And Fukuo's happy, taking pictures the whole time doing it.
Yeah.
It's like filming it. And it's
right.
like, I know you like it. You look directly at the camera. They go to the pool, and Nanase's like, Uni's foot looks different. It doesn't look pedicured.
Yeah.
I sworn she had a pedicure. And you're like, oh shit, stuff's about to go down. Doesn't matter because 2 minutes later, it all goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Fukuo drives the fucking SUV into the front store, goes up to Nanase and is like, by the way, I think you should know that Uni pierced my ears.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Which in
fuck?
girl talk is just like,
She
yeah,
finger
we
blasted
fucking-
me.
Yeah.
And then Uni gets confronted by Yuki, Nanase's best friend, and it's like, you're a bitch. Why are you doing this? And then instead of like, I guess being like, yeah,
Taking responsibility.
You like my bitch. She's like, you're a fat, ugly bitch. Leave me alone. And it's like, whoa. So any redeemable fact, any possible redeeming factor for Uni is like
Thrown
completely
out.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you just have to feel sorry for Nanase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh yeah,
okay.
and then Nanase asks Yuki later on, being like, "Hey, is it like normal for a girl to pierce another girl's ears?" And then Yuki's like, "Yeah, I got my ears pierced by my girl, like my friend who's a girl." And
Yeah.
Nanase's like, "Oh, thank God it wasn't cheating."
Yeah.
And then
And so she starts feeling guilty, and
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm gonna run to my girlfriend to tell her how sorry I am
Yeah.
for suspecting her."
yeah.
And just because Nanase got like angry for like 0.5 second, of course, what does Uni do? She goes to her side hoe.
Goes back to the side hoe.
And it's just this last scene where Fuko's just on the top of the stairs eating cherries, being like
Very sensually, mind
yeah,
you.
very sensually being like, well, look who came crawling back.
Yeah, basically Fuko gives like Uni an ultimatum, being like, "Hey, listen, I've seen all the shit that's been going down. I can just pull back and just not be your side hoe anymore, and then everything will be solved."
Fukuo's stirring the pot there.
So yeah, Fuko's stirring the pot.
She's the number one shit stirrer.
And then Uni thinks about it, and she's like, logically speaking, that would probably be the best move. But just something about Fuko just rattles me. I need Fuko, and basically just goes, "I need you just for a little bit longer." And they both kiss.
But right as they both kiss, who comes around the corner to witness it all?
Yep.
Nanase. And that's where volume 3 ends.
That's where it ends.
And I've never in my life hated a manga
It's so
while
bad.
simultaneously
I hate it.
being like, God, I want to read volume 4.
I
No,
know.
I hate it. I hate it so
I
much.
want to read. I actually.
Oh, also, I forgot that during the whole Osaka day,
Yeah.
Fuko is like, hey, you should post this to your secret account. Us kissing.
Oh, yeah. That's
And she's
right.
like, no, I don't really want to do that. That's weird. She's like, I think you should do it. I paid.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. So then she posts it. And it's like, what the fuck? Yo, this is insane.
Okay. I will say, I'm happy you boys read it because now you understand my pain.
Yeah.
Even though it's self-inflicted pain, you understand my pain because I would say I did not think I could find a more hateable protagonist than the main guy from Rent-A-Girlfriend. But I think Uni is my
Uni's the worst.
Uni's top one right now.
Uni is the worst protagonist I think I've read in any manga ever.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
agree.
just like
I agree.
everything.
It's like school days level.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's worse.
I think it's
than
worse
School
than
Days
School
Later.
But it's like if the guy from School Gays School Days was in School Gays, this is what he would be like.
Yeah.
It's like the moment he doesn't get 0.1 seconds of affection from his girlfriend, he's like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go cheat. I'm going to do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
sure.
No, do you know what pissed me off? The amount of fucking copium. It's
So
just
much
the
copium.
amount of copium to the point where at the beginning she's like, you know, as we said, she fucking asked ChatGPT, hey, is this cheating? Well, what's the line of cheating? Just so I know.
Yeah.
Not that she really
Just
gives
for
a shit.
reference.
And then it's like, it evolves from that to her getting finger blasted.
Yeah.
And while she gets finger blasted, she's like, this is not my fault. It's Nanase's fault. She didn't give me enough attention. It's her fault.
I'm like, you irredeemable, attention-seeking hoe.
But like, even if she like feels that strongly about it, she's like, it's her fault. At that
Yeah.
point, why don't you just like, you know, just go with Fugo, you know?
Yeah.
Legit.
You've already decided that she's the bad guy. Move on.
I will say though, the one like thing that I actually like unironically really enjoyed about this manga is that the art is really fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Like the characters look absolutely
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Fuko's character design is very
Yeah,
good.
all the character designs are just like really fucking aesthetic, which is like, you know, par for the course for a good Yuri manga, obviously. But
Oh, the spicy scenes as well.
yeah, especially the spicy scenes. Jesus Christ,
Is this author a man or a woman? I'm just actually curious.
I have no idea.
I'm
actually.
not sure. Let's
Be interested to know because I don't know what I would make of either.
It could honestly, this art style could honestly be either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know why I'm asking because I don't know what it changes for me. But I'm just
Iwami
wondering.
Kyoko, so that will be a woman.
Yeah. Well
Yeah.
then,
I was gonna say something about it. I was like, only a woman could come up with such goon depravity. a guy would think this is too much.
right.
Because they think I don't have the place to come up with this.
A guy would draw this and be like, "Damn, this hurts me to draw."
The moment I realized how like hard they were going with some of these scenes, is I remember turning the panel and having just such a visceral reaction to just the hand and just the amount of like drippage that is on the hand. I'm like, God damn, what is going on? And then there's this like whole fucking 5-stage panel of just like the fucking hand technique that
Yeah.
she uses. I'm like, oh my
It's
god,
like it was like a step-by-step guide on how to finger blast a girl.
I don't know if we were learning origami or fingering. I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
this is like a full-on step-by-step wiki how.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go.
Step 1, blackmail.
Wait, okay, look, can I say something funny? But there's Amazon. They have 45 reviews, 4.7 stars. Would
Yeah.
love to hear some of the
Oh,
reviews.
I need to see these reviews.
Would love to see what the average person.
Yeah, but there was a lot of like, oh, here we go. Juicy. That's the top review from I Eat Kidneys. Thanks, dude.
I love
What the
Fuko
fuck?
so much. I can actually relate to her.
That's what I just read. I was like, what?
Wait.
She's so real for everything she does.
What?
Okay, relate's a strong word.
Relate is crazy. Fuko, you can say a lot of things about. Relate is one you should not be doing. Relating how? What do you relate to?
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
I also don't like that
mouse.
comes from someone called I eat kidneys. That's just psychotic behavior.
We got one
Fuko
we
is
got one
the
from
best.
Fei Hong. Fuko is just a wonderful human being. Oh my god! I love that it tells you the country as well. Okay, hold on. Should I
Yeah.
just kind of look?
okay. You know what? I will say though. I will say.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Out of the entire cast members, at least the big three, not the best friend character.
The big three.
I would say, morally speaking, Fuko.
Are we judging the morality?
Yeah. I am
Okay.
because they have all done things that are fucking morally detestable.
Yeah.
But at least Fuko is like no bullshit about it.
No,
you know?
Nanase is the least.
Nanase just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. No, this is just an idiot.
That's not a crime. Let's just be sure that you're just a shit girlfriend.
Yeah.
This isn't. You don't deserve to be dragged
No,
into
you
this.
don't. You don't deserve to be that.
Well, Fuko's just like hate the game, not the player.
Fuko's just playing the game.
I'm out playing the system right now.
Okay, here's the thing.
Fuko is the fucking hyena that found the fucking pigeon nest.
No.
It just happened to find its prey.
No. Do you know why I think Fuko is all right? Because she deserves uni. Nanase needs to get the fuck out of there, you know? Fuko is toxic, but she found a person that is perfect for her toxicity. Unlike fucking Uni, who does not deserve a normal relationship like Nanase does, you know? So I'd say, Fuko, fair enough. Take Uni away, let Nanase live her fucking life.
Yeah.
And
So
be
you're
happy
saying
with your
she's
little.
doing Nanase a favor.
She is doing Nanase a favor. Tell me she's not doing Nanase a favor, man.
I just think Fuko's the kind of bitch to kill a woman. Like she
Yeah,
would
she
kill a
really
woman.
is like yonder.
I bet like volume 7, chapter 3, Fuko kills a woman in cold blood for talking to Nanase.
It's like, take a picture of it, put it in your old account.
Mark my words. Volume 7, someone dies to Fuko's hands.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone dies in this manga with like what I was surprised with is how much happens in just 3 volumes.
Yeah.
I think
This feels like a very new thing though from manga. I feel like they've gotten a lot faster.
yeah, because I think even like by domestic girlfriend standards, I mean, you guys read the first few volumes of domestic girlfriend. Not this much happened in terms of like just fucking plot progression and just wild ass
Yeah.
shit.
But a character like Fuko feels unsustainable. Feels unsustainable to have such like fucking uranium reactor energy like in a plot. Like it's just gonna burn it all down.
Really, for me, it's actually Uni. Uni is just on like Uni never gets out. She is the biggest gaslighter I've ever seen in my fucking life. That scene when Nanase's best friend confronts her and she's like, "Get out of my way, you ugly hoe! Why are you making accusations like that?" I'm just like, God fucking damn, this gaslight is crazy, bro.
I'm like, you did not just fucking say defamation. in a fucking argument like this.
Defamation.
Yeah, no, she said something along those lines. She's like, you're defaming me. I'm like, bitch.
She's like, "Where's your proof? Where's your receipts?"
Receipts.
I'm like, you know, Uni, be a great fucking YouTuber because she cannot for the life of her accept responsibility.
She cannot say an apology.
And she has so much copium with how many followers she has. I was losing my
Oh my
mind.
god, yeah, when she was like, oh man, now that like Fuko knows my alt account, I should probably delete it. That would be the most logical thing. And then she's like, yeah, but it took me so long to get 400 followers. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can you Google what is the average amount of Twitter followers a Twitter account has?
Also, there's that one scene that I thought was really interesting where they try to, I guess, like kind of rationalize Fuko's like, you know, just psychotic behavior with the introduction of that like pregnant girl.
Look at this. The average number of Twitter user has 700 followers.
And she's like, no, my 400 followers.
And she's posting tits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this entire timeline is you basically shit talking your partner and later on literally posting evidence of you cheating on your partner.
Yeah.
And you think it's a good idea once you know that there are people that are finding out about it, not to fucking delete your evidence. How much IQ does this bitch have?
None.
So Fugo, there's a chapter where is it? I think I was going too fast. Is it her sister or?
It's like a childhood friend,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think,
okay.
who like
It's-
comes back home once Fuko comes back from school and she finds out that she's pregnant.
And she's disgusted that she.
Yeah, and
went
she's
for a
just
man.
because I guess like Fuko, had like a huge like childhood crush on this woman, and is the reason why she's like into girls. And she's like, I can't believe women only want one
she's like,
thing, and it's
"Come on,
disgusting.
she spread her legs
She
for a
spread her
man."
legs like the hoe that she is. I thought she was better than that.
Oh my god! And I'm trying to remember what happened. Because I swear there was like more build up to like some of the scenes, but like this, so much happens that it's so hard to condense it all into like one.
Yeah.
The only other scene is the one before they go to Osaka. They have the kimono thing.
Oh, the festival.
Well, I feel like it's the manga's attempt to try and make you be like, yeah, Nanase is a bad person. Because Nanase is like, let's go out on a date. Let's go to the Matsuri.
Yeah.
We'll wear kimonos. And then they get there and
all of her friends are there.
Yuni's wearing a kimono and Nanase isn't. And then Nanase also invited all of her friends,
Yeah.
which is a dick move
Yeah.
in that scenario. Very much so. But not to the extent that would permit the WMD response, which one that is Uni's. So they try to make, like throughout the manga, they try to make you feel sorry initially
For
Yeah.
uni.
for Uni, but then I
Yeah.
think they just give up. They're just
I
like,
don't
there's
think
no way that
I
Nanase
mean,
can be paid.
she's literally Uni, the main character, is just collecting the Infinity Stones
Of, like,
just becoming
the
like
worst partner.
the most detestable person you could possibly imagine. Like you're okay, you're like irrelevant. You're broke.
You're irrelevant.
You're irrelevant. You're broke, and you cheat as well.
And you post titties.
You post titties and your 400 followers, you fell off.
Underage titties to the internet as well.
What I want to know is who are these followers that are following this account? You know?
That's the other thing, right? It's like that was.
I
thought,
don't think it's unreasonable to think that
Yeah.
some people would follow that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an interesting like storytelling aspect actually of like how she seeks like Twitter's validation for everything that she does.
Who would
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, and
That's
yeah,
crazy.
who would
Yeah.
do that? And Twitter is like, nah, like, oh, they look so cute, blah, blah, blah. Even though, it's like a picture of them cheating and stuff like that. And she's just like, oh, maybe this is what I want with Nanase, but Nanase doesn't give it to me. So I guess that just means I need to be with Fuko, but that would be cheating. And what do I do? And it's like, bitch, close the account. It's so easy.
Like most solutions, get off the internet.
Get off the internet.
Oh yeah, I kind of realized she is just terminally online, isn't
Oh
she?
my
Oh, yeah.
god.
This is another character trait to add to the collection. She
As if she doesn't already have enough red flags.
I know, right? She is just terminally online looking for strangers' validations. Even though, like, she literally posted a video, the picture of her and Fuko kissing, and so the entire internet thinks that, okay, she just posted a picture of her and her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not knowing that she just posted to her followers evidence of her cheating.
Yeah.
I'm like,
multiple times.
multiple
Multiple
times.
times.
Multiple.
This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
Boys, when I decided to start a clothing brand, there was just one massive problem that I had. Can you guess what it is?
What?
Where do you sell?
Exactly. I'm like, look, we can make some great clothes, cool designs, but I'm like, how am I going to sell all of these? I don't know anything about
know how to do that.
e-commerce
What
or
the heck?
making
What
an
is that?
online store. What the hell? But thankfully, Shopify was there to help us every step of the way.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify,
home of the #1 checkout
on the planet. And the not so secret is that with ShopPay, it boosts conversions up to 50%. Meaning that way less carts are going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching.
Hell yeah.
So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in the store, in their feed, and everywhere in between.
Yes, sir.
Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify.
So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Nonsense uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/trash. back to the episode. I was very angry reading this. All of this.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No,
that's good. That's good.
I was not happy.
Because I was angry as well.
Yeah. I was angry, and then when volume 3 hit, I was just laughing the whole time.
Same.
I was just like, every page, I was like, yeah!
I was just losing my shit. The one fucking moment, I can't remember the exact like context, but the one moment where Fuko's like, I'm gonna stop now, and Uni still in like deep copium where she's like, this is Nanase's fault, grabs her hand and she's like, did I tell you to stop, bitch? and then turn over to the most epic fucking backshot panel of all time with like I'm like, this hentai isn't this bad. I don't even think hentai is this bad.
It's so funny, dude.
Needless to say, I think this is the worst NTR I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Because I think with hentai,
yeah.
the characters, mostly just ugly bastards, are just like so cartoonishly, this is weird, bad man, big bold bad man. But with this, it's so much toxicity.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse.
I don't know, but at the end of it all, I just hate the fact that I just want to keep reading this because, like,
I don't.
Really?
No.
I just want to know, like, because
I can't stand reading another fucking panel from you.
I
I
don't know what it is about this
Because
one.
you want to watch the car crash.
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, with like Domestic Girlfriend, for instance, I was like, nah, I don't want to read the rest of this one. But for this one, I don't know why I want to keep reading this one.
Maybe the car crash didn't come soon enough.
Maybe.
Well, I think it's like maybe Domestic Girlfriend is a car crash, whereas this one is like full blown drunk driving
plane crash.
into an oil rig
Yeah.
that explodes and is next to an orphanage. Like it's just
It's the fireworks factory exploding. Yeah.
I think the driver was just asleep at the wheel at the start of the manga.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing how far this car crash can go.
Yeah.
I will say it gets even fucking worse as you
Have you
continue.
kept reading?
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it does. How many volumes are out currently?
5, I think.
I think 5.
Yeah.
I've only read up to the end of
Has
volume
she killed a woman
4.
yet?
Huh?
Has she killed a woman yet?
Not yet, but
Do you think it's a possibility?
It's coming.
but people become even more detestable. And
Yeah, 5 as of right now.
yeah, and I don't know how that's possible. This is right now my biggest hate read that I have. I didn't think anything would eclipse Rent a Girlfriend as my biggest current hate read.
Yeah.
But this right now is my biggest hate read. That
Yeah.
I got.
I might have to join you for this one. Dude. I'm invested now.
And
maybe I'll continue it another time. How often does this release chapters?
I don't know. Comic Yurihime is either a weekly or a monthly. So
got it.
probably actually, yeah. It's considering it started in 2021, it's still got 5 volumes. It's probably a monthly.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
another thing is Fuko really blackmailing here? Because
Yes.
Yes.
No,
what
yes.
do you mean?
Yes.
What okay.
No, you're
maybe
just-
I maybe I just forgotten.
God.
But half of
it
this
is blackmail.
But half of this just felt like Uni just being in full on like denial mode.
No. It's black. It maybe feels
There's
like
definitely
that.
aspects
There's
of blackmail.
definitely blackmail. Maybe it just didn't seem like blackmail because Fuko's like, wow, you're making this way too fucking easy for me.
That's what I thought.
Like
about
you're
it.
basically
Saying, like,
asking me to rob
you
you.
need to keep being with me or I'll tell everyone is blackmail.
Yeah, that is blackmail.
That's like, because you wouldn't have done that unless the threat of it is, you know what I mean? Like, initially, she's not really interested, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's definitely blackmail. What is definitely not is a difficult task. Like it's very easy.
I'm just trying to like wrap my head around Uni doing something that is not completely morally detestable on her end of
No,
this.
there is
No,
no.
everything.
I think halfway through, Uni gives up and just, it's like she wants it. But
Yeah.
I think initially it's definitely blackmail.
Yeah.
I don't know if she does. I can't remember at the end of Volume 3 if she actually.
Well, she goes back
accepts-
to
at the end
to fucking Fuko.
Yeah,
every
no.
time
At
she
the
gets
end of
sad.
at the end of volume 3, like when she's given the ultimatum, she's like, again, she thinks like morally for like half a second, and is like, oh yeah, if I just cut it off with Fuko now and go back to Nanase, it'll all be square done and it'll all be good. But then she's like, wait, no, but if I do that, then I'm just gonna go back to being sad and lonely again because she doesn't believe that Nanase has changed as a person.
Fuko did it. She
Whereas
did what she
Fuko gives her the attention and the love and everything she's wanted from Nanase. So she's like, nah, let's just keep going, dog. We'll be all right. Don't worry. No one will
In
ever
for,
know.
in for a penny, in for a pound.
Exactly.
I think the one line at the end that I was like, this is a good place to end it. I was just like, I can't remember if Uni takes accountability afterwards or at least accepts the fact that she's cheating.
Yeah.
It's Fuko out of everyone being like, by the way, Uni, cheating is bad. just so you know. Like, cheating? That's a bad thing. You're doing a bad thing, by the way. I'm like, thank you. Finally, I can't believe the Captain Obvious is stating the obvious fact, and I'm like happy that someone's saying it out loud.
love the beautiful visual imagery of Fuko saying all of this while eating cherries. Like, yeah, bitch, I popped your cherry. I was like, that's clever. That's clever, author.
But that was. My girlfriend is not here today. That was this first month of Trash Taste Anime Club. If you want to see their full reaction, also my full reaction on rereading My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today, you can head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Trash Taste.
Also, One Piece fan letter reactions are up there as well if you want to check that out too.
Yeah.
And every single month, we're going to be taking one suggestion from you guys over on the Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you'll probably see a post that says to give us your suggestions. What should we read, watch, play? It could be anything, game, movie, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then,
Go for it.
And then next month we will do another session of Trash Taste Anime Club.
The only thing we request for all patrons is that if you're gonna make a request, please make it something that at least 2 of us haven't seen.
Yeah.
We made we made a post last month, and a lot of you guys were saying shit like Code Geass, Death Notes.
It's like,
and I'm like,
it's like, bro, we've already seen those.
I'm like, we've already seen them. So we are open to any suggestions that at least 2 of us haven't seen. It's okay if one of us has already watched it. They can re-experiencing it.
Yeah, it can be new or old, but just something that will be refreshing for at least, the majority of us.
Doesn't even need to be the start. Could be some episodes that you'd want us to discuss here on Trash Taste.
Did you see that fucking... I don't know if it's real. The manga... The Baki panel where he...
Oh, yeah.
Yujiro was like threatening to Elon and Trump.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real. I saw a lot of people saying it was fake, so I actually don't know.
I can never tell with Baki.
Yeah, knowing Baki, it might very much be
That's
real.
the problem with Baki, is that like, if you tell me that, I'm like, there is a 90% chance that's real. Yeah, look.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know if this is real though.
I don't know either.
It seems like it's been going around and some people are saying it's fake, and I guess, I don't know.
I need to catch up on Baki.
Yeah, you gotta let me know.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I mean, we're still on part 5, I think.
Look how he fucking draws Elon Musk like some kind of fucking goblin.
Well, just the fact that Baki, Elon, and Trump is in Baki is enough, even though it might be like a mistranslated or
it could be
context
mistranslated or out of
Isn't that
context,
fucking-
but
Isn't that fucking bonkers?
that's fucking insane.
Baki, what? Like Baki?
I love Baki.
Like staying informed on current political opinions. Nah.
Yeah.
Who does Yujiro Hanma hate in the current presidency? I'm away.
So Joey, you are next on the chopping block for whatever
Yes.
you want to recommend me and Connor watch.
Should I say
Read?
right now?
Yeah, you can say right now. What's going to be on next month's list? For
Okay. Next month's anime club, Trash Taste Anime Club. I was deciding between, do I want to recommend something that is like actually good, like One Piece fan letter, or do I want to go a little bit on the memeier side? And I figured, you know what, on brand with Trash Taste, I want to go with something that will give hopefully a really good reaction for you guys. So I want to recommend a movie for you to
a
watch.
movie.
Okay.
Let's switch it up. I want to recommend a movie because when I first watched this movie, it made me so irrationally angry.
Okay.
But it's a little movie called Long Legs, if you guys know that.
The anime man recommending an anime right away. Oh, great. Love that.
It's a movie called Long Legs.
Is that the Nicolas Cage
It's
movie?
the Nicolas Cage horror movie
Okay.
from last year.
Don't worry, we'll
Okay.
pick an anime from the Patreon.
We'll pick an anime from the
always make sure
Patreon.
there's some anime related thing.
Yeah, we'll have at
Yeah.
least one anime thing, but
Yeah.
I want to. We'll
Lovely.
switch it up into a movie. So
Great.
Alright.
it's a short movie. It's like an hour and a half, so you'll get through it easily. But
Great.
I
Love
just
that.
really want to
Love
know
that.
your guys' opinions on it. So that's something to look forward to for next month.
Lovely. And we'll take your suggestions over on our Patreon for next month's Anime
sure
Club
you vote.
as well. Make sure you send in your suggestions.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if we're talking about anime and animation, I mean, we just briefly touched on Baki with Donald Trump and Elon Musk appearing in the.
So ridiculous. This is like how the only way Japanese people will get into politics.
Yeah.
is if it's in Baki.
They're like,
It's the
oh,
only one-
Elon Musk shit did. It's like, oh yeah, I read it on Baki.
It's so ridiculous.
Okay, I'm not up to date with Baki. I didn't realize it was still going on.
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely still going on.
If for some reason there's just a lot of Yujiro likes to sexually get involved a lot.
He does. That's his one way to show
I
power.
don't know why. Like, you just when you hear it, you're like, that sounds fake. But with
Yeah.
Baki, you just never know.
Yeah. I remember like when I was first reading Baki, like week to week, and one of my friends, you know, this is like quite a while ago, so people already know about this one. But like when Obama shows up
Yeah, it
in the manga,
fake.
Oh, yeah.
and my friend was like, "Oh, did you see the latest chapter of Baki? Like Yujiro meets Obama," and I was like, "No, he fucking doesn't." What are you
It's like
talking
his
about?
way of conveying his political opinion
I think
through
so.
his works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always tell. I like how you can always date a manga sometimes when you can tell which president.
George Bush pops up.
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah,
Fuck.
like I think Obama was in like a few manga. I think he was in Air Gear as well, if I remember
What?
correctly.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he was.
He was in Air Gear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
he-
I completely forgot about
yeah,
that.
Obama was in Air Gear and Osamatsu-san as well, if I remember correctly. And then it all turned into Trump.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then obviously, like in Pluto, they have the Iraq War.
Oh yeah.
They just straight up have the Iraq
Oh
War.
my
And
God.
you're like, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
That's wow. The greatest hits.
It wasn't Iraq. It was somewhere in the Middle East.
It was
Yeah.
Iraq, guys.
Unspecified region of the Middle East.
This
When they were
unspecified
looking for weapons of mass destruction.
robots of mass destruction. Totally different thing.
In a Middle Eastern country in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, Garnt. Okay.
It's the Air Gear John Omaha story.
Omaha, that's it. It wasn't Obama, it was Omaha.
Can I see? Can I see? Oh, actually, I got the keyboard.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
the keyboard.
Yeah,
Okay.
just type in Eggy Omaha.
A bastardized version of Barack Obama has appeared.
John Omaha.
It's changed. John Omaha, president-elect. Huh? A random white-toothed foreigner get back. That's the one thing you notice about this foreigner?
Yeah, right?
That's,
Then he's got white teeth.
that's the only thing you noticed about him?
Bruh.
Oh my god. God, did you guys ever watch or read Air Gear?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is
I
about. Why
watched-
is Obama in it? I don't know what this is.
I watched
Okay.
Eggy.
I watched Air Gear, so we didn't get to the point where Obama got there. But damn, Air Gear holds a soft spot in my heart. It's
Oh,
basically
so good.
basically a shonen manga or shonen anime where they battle on
Rollerblades.
rollerblades, but
Fuck
they're like
yeah.
jet-powered rollerblades.
Fuck yeah.
It's like imagine like anime Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
It's
amazing.
I will stand by this to the day I die. Still has one of the best anime openings ever made.
Okay, sounds good, but why is Obama there? Does it make sense?
Or
Or does it even not really make a whole lot of sense in the... Okay, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, I mean, there's every time mid 2000s manga goes like to America or something, I assume there's an America arc. It's always kind of like laugh out loud levels of hilarity about how they're going to portray the Americans a lot of the times.
To be fair, that's probably the best drawn Obama in manga I've seen. That's a pretty good accurate drawing.
Do you think someone in the White House was like, Mr. President, check this out? You're in this manga.
If your kid loved like manga anime, what a fucking flex. Be like, yeah, I'm in these things.
Yeah, I'm in Eggy.
Yeah, it just makes you want to because how much I wonder does a lot of like Japanese kids back in the day did they learn about like American culture or have their perception of America based on purely the depictions of basically Hollywood films and whatever they see in anime and manga?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it came from just like films and like it was probably only like the small minority who actually was like, oh, John Omaha? That kind of looks and sounds like President-elect Barack Obama. I'm sure there was like a lot of kids who probably read
why
Air
is he
Gear.
John? They like
Because it's an easy name for the Japanese. to
they
pronounce.
whitified his name.
Yeah, they
just like his
really
teeth.
did. I'm sure there are a ton of
Barack, it's very electable. Can we get a John?
I'm sure there was a ton of kids who read Air Gear and was like, it was either like, oh, John Omaha, that's a funny like made up character, or they were like, yeah, the current president of America is John Omaha. Obviously, I read it in Air Gear.
Well, it's like that scene in Dead Demon's Destruction where Trump just
Padron
just shows up.
Yeah,
and you can search it up on YouTube because I saw it and it is definitely
It's definitely Trump.
it is definitely Trump.
Yeah.
This is the clip.
That mothership in Japan is like a kid that hasn't gotten laid. They're about to shoot his load.
And that is the Japanese
That's the
version.
Japanese version.
That's the Japanese version
What?
as well.
Yeah.
That is not the dub version.
All the American characters in Dead Demons, they got English voice actors for.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's not a dub. That's the actual Japanese version. There's also that other scene in Dead Demons where there's those two American like tourists.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Who are just like the Japanese characters just like, oh man, these American tourists must like really be enjoying their time in Japan right now. And the entire time these American tourists are like, these Japanese are fucking whacked out. It's like, this place is gonna blow. This place is fucked up. And they're like, oh, they love it here.
oh no.
Yeah, it's so
Sorry,
fun.
I had to go to the toilet.
No worries.
That's one thing I miss. The one thing I noticed with Japan getting more, opening its borders a bit more is that, you know what? I don't hear English as much anymore.
Yeah, right?
I like a lot of the times nowadays I hear stuff like that where it's clearly okay, they're hiring a foreign voice actor.
Yeah,
and props to them because the immersion is still out there because I hear like English talk and I'm like, yo, this is fucking weird, bro. Part of me, and I know this is my old boomer rant, part of me misses just committing to the English.
Oh, dude, give me back the fucking Azumanga Daioh, like, fucking, good morning, everyone. I wish I were a bird.
Yeah, there's just less memeable moments now that we're all just going to remember.
Legit.
Like, fucking Kagami from Kuroko no Basket as well, where he'll just say like random English lines sometimes, like, this is Japanese lunchtime rush. I think
Like, really? Cool. You couldn't have said it in Japanese, dog.
Oh, do you know what I remember? Wasn't even in anime. Have you seen which Godzilla is it? The Hideaki Shin Godzilla.
Oh, Shin Godzilla, yeah.
The fucking Misato, not Misato character.
Yeah.
Like the president's secretary or whatever.
Yeah.
When she's like, yes, I graduated from an American university, and then she busts out the English, and I'm like, this feels like an anime scene right now. I don't know if you remember that.
I do vaguely remember.
Oh man.
Can we get that clip up, actually? That'd be really funny. Shin Godzilla.
You know what we should have more of? Like I'm trying to think when there is a like a Hollywood film where someone tries to speak Japanese or something.
Yeah.
like I'm trying to I know there's like examples.
You're
of
talking
this.
about like fucking Tom Cruise and Last Samurai,
Oh, yeah.
like that shit.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, yo, I'm glad the subtitles are here because I can't understand what the fuck Tom is saying, dog.
Oh man, it's endearing though. It's endearing.
It is endearing.
Yeah.
Like I like it, and obviously it's a it's like a time period where like they didn't have any other options, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe the demand wasn't there, but
Yeah.
shit's so funny, dude.
Well, it's like,
Shin Godzilla English. What did I miss?
huh?
We're talking about how we miss when anime
English,
and like
yeah.
movies had like English.
Yeah, because now the biggest change I've noticed in anime is even when the Japanese version, they are just hiring like foreign people, foreign voice
No, the
actors.
best was Crook in a Basket.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
When he goes to America.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he does go to America.
Goes to America to learn basketball from the greats. To become Shaq and Kobe in one.
Like,
No.
didn't the term waifu, like literally, like or the term waifu, didn't that come from Azumanga Daioh as well?
I think so.
Oh, did it really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of great English came from Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah, because I think it just became like a meme, and I think it originated from
Azumanga
Daioh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah.
Here's the clip of it. Oh, they have it.
Oh, let's see the clip that birthed.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
女の人の写真綺麗な人やな誰
My wife.
Oh, it came from that scene?
He doesn't even say waifu there.
Yeah.
You know?
My wife.
God damn.
God, I
did-
miss Azumanga
They
Daioh.
did not know how much that this one little line would birth an entire subculture
Man,
in the Western anime.
I remember back in
sphere.
the day when
Interesting.
like 80% of anime memes was just Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah, but okay. Was Azumanga Daioh ever funny?
It was just fucking weird.
I remember
Yeah.
people always told me it was funny, and then I really tried to watch it. And
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah.
to watch one episode. I was like,
I think
"Eh."
it's really hard to recommend today just because I feel like this kind of really just, I don't know, it's almost avant-garde when you like look at it now. And especially back when it came out, it was just like, there was no anime that was like Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah, I just remember seeing clips of that fucking yellow thing and like he would like turn up and start talking.
Oh, the cat?
Yeah, like really weird.
Haro Eburinya.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this show about?
So funny.
And I
When he shows up, I'm like, all right, that's fine.
He's like,
He's my favorite character.
I just don't know what the fuck is happening.
It's just really like bizarre.
I know that.
It's a really bizarre show, and some people find that like bizarreness to just kind of be like
charming.
but also some people find it funny, I guess.
well, do you remember when the internet just? I don't know if it ever evolved in this stage, but there definitely felt like there was a time in the internet where comedy was teehee xd weird,
Yeah.
like teehee xd random kind of like
this is the
comedy.
epitome of teehee xd weird in anime.
Because I remember watching the anime that came in like a big fucking meme last year, the Deer anime. I watched like the first.
That had to be the most unfunny period of last year.
Yeah.
I just like I didn't even watch it because the fucking
Yeah.
song was everywhere on social media, and it just turned me off from watching it.
Yeah.
I'm like, who finds this funny?
And it's not even that, like, I know there's the aspect of, like, well, people enjoy something. I don't give a fuck. You can
Yeah.
enjoy it. But when I'm like, really? This is all we got? This is like, this. I'm like, dude, I love it when fucking Baki or JoJo reaches out of the normie sphere. People are like, what the fuck are you guys watching?
Yeah.
Because then they're at least like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Whereas when we had that fucking deer thing, they were like, this is the funniest shit we got. I'm like,
Well,
Damn, the
people
fall off
think,
needs to be
people
studied.
think we're, no wonder people think we're weird.
Yeah.
well, actually, I remember I was talking to Alan, and he had something interesting to say. Because I think he is on a committee to help like run a anime convention and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so he has to be part of like their Discord. And when Shikanoko came out, there were like some users who were like constantly posting about clips and memes from Shikanoko.
Yeah.
And like initially he was like, yo, what the fuck? And then he told me, he then realized, oh, it's because they're like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And they had never heard of anything like Azumanga Daioh and Lucky Star
Yeah.
and Nichijou. And then you realize, wait, is Shikanoko just like another iteration of Azumanga Daioh?
It's modern day Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wait, did I find Azumanga Daioh funny back in the day? Is it still funny, or is this just gonna be another Shikanoko where you're just like?
But I think there is a very key difference in when you're watching something and you're finding enjoyment from it, and like as I'm gonna die, you'll be like, I like this bit, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when you show your friend the YouTube video, and you're like, there's shows where you're like, I enjoy them. I do not want to be like, here, watch this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
And then there's a lot of aspects of anime where I really enjoy it personally, but
Yeah.
I know that I am cringe, and I know that
Yes.
what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I know that it's a little weird.
Like it taps your funny bone.
And I'm okay with that because
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with myself. But I recognize that if I was to be like, this is so funny, watch this. And then I sit there and watch them, and 3 minutes feels like an eternity. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe you should have kept this one for me and the boys.
Yeah, for
like,
sure. For
this
sure.
should have stayed internally, Like,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think that's totally fine. And it's the reason why you can watch whatever the fuck you want. But
Yeah.
then you do feel a bit of secondhand embarrassment when anime fans are like spreading something that's just not funny. Like,
yeah. It's like, guys, please stop.
it's taken years to get them to accept us. Fuck, oh, come on.
It's like we're already not funny. This is
we're struggling.
This is not helping.
We're struggling. We're struggling.
Well, I think that's just part of like anime just getting more popular now,
for sure.
and
I
everything's
don't
out there.
actually care. Like,
Yeah.
I just, I just
Yeah.
think I was like, this doesn't feel as good as everyone is making it out to be.
Yeah, no, I think it was just a popular trend.
For sure. I mean, trends. TikTok was definitely a big factor.
that meme I think lasted about like a week. I don't actually think anyone watched the anime of it.
No.
I think
Just everyone doing that fucking dance and
Yeah, that song is just stuck in my fucking head.
sometimes I do feel like nowadays that like sometimes there's an anime opening that pops off and I swear to God, I'm like, this feels genetically engineered to be a TikTok success.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
One of the most popular anime openings last year was the Mashal OP2 by Creepy Nuts.
Yeah.
That was one of the most popular ones. And not gonna sound like that guy. I am gonna sound like that guy, but I listened to it and I'm like, I watched the opening. I'm just like, there is like 2 seconds of like dance scene, and I'm just like, oh, you made this to be a TikTok song, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I compared that to what they did before on Call of the Night, and I'm like, yo, this feels like not saying that all their songs like that, but this one in particular feels like a committee came through and be like, how do we make this song pop off? You know what? It's got beeps, it's got boops.
How do we get the kids to be
yeah,
all over this?
let's get a dance on, which is why I'm glad Dan Da Dan is something that feels totally different. That opening feels totally different.
in taxis in Japan, they always play fucking ads of like the top 20 songs, but they'll play like 5 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
And whenever they play all these songs, I'm like, sleep. Then I hear, and I'm like, oh. and then it gets turns off. I'm like, all right, turn off the fucking screen. I like the Dan Da Dan opening a lot more than the Mashal one.
Yeah, same.
The Dan Da Dan one felt like just a fucking banger of a song.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, is in an anime opening, which is great.
Yeah.
Makes it doubly fun
Absolutely.
to enjoy the song and enjoy the anime.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because now like anime openings are starting to become just popular songs in general on like the top charts. And I can never tell because we live in Japan, so there's so many times you're just in a combini and I hear a song and I'm like, I swear I've fucking heard this from somewhere.
I think there's like 5 songs in the top 10 Japanese charts that always sound like another song that was in there the month before. Like one to one. Like there's always that one idol song that always sounds super positive. It's like, and we I don't even feel like it's just a real song. I don't know, but you've heard the rough kind of energy, and they have this song in the top 10, and I swear all the idol groups are trading it like a Pokemon card. They're like, oh, your turn to have this one.
But you know what it is? I think that phenomenon comes around because at least as of recently, because Japan is such like a trend-focused country in terms of like music or anything, like any kind of art medium, is that like the reason why they probably all sound the same is because they're probably all done by the same group of artists every month. Where they're just like, oh, well, we found success in this particular sound, so their label was probably like, hey, let's get 5 more of those and then send them out. You know, keep the kids entertained, but also keep the revenue spinning. And
but it is also nice that Japan's like top 10 music is pretty much just completely different from the rest of the world, which is nice.
Yeah.
Well, I am convinced that the Demon Slayer opening is Japan's actual national anthem with like how often I hear it.
Oh my God, it is everywhere. Or you hear like the fucking MIDI versions of it in the stores.
Yeah, right.
or like the orchestral version. it's like a full ensemble playing the fucking Demon Slayer opening. I'm just like, God, even in MIDI form, I can't fucking escape from this shit.
I was in the fucking supermarket like 2 weeks ago, and I heard fucking Megalovania MIDI. And playing in the store. Playing in the store. And I was like, there's no way. This is the worst shopping song. I'm stressed out trying to pick which fucking gluten-free bread to pick up.
No, I think the worst thing I heard in a supermarket was
wet ass pussy.
Wet ass pussy.
Did they play wet ass pussy so much in the supermarket?
So much. Not even the censored version either.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm because like I'm the only fucking guy that is understanding what is being heard because you're like fucking seeing some old grandma pick up some bread, bopping along to this, and I'm like, Grandma, do you understand what is happening right now?
Do you know what a WAP is? I don't think you do.
I saw you posted about the JoJo beer.
Oh yeah. I saw it in the supermarket
which is, I think it's my favorite Japanese beer. I don't know if
was it Ebisu or Asahi?
I'm pretty sure it's Ebisu.
Oh really? I thought it was Asahi. Fuck.
No, I
I don't
could
know.
be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Ebisu. They hired Araki to design.
original art. Oh, yeah,
original
it is
art
Ebisu.
for
Yeah.
Ebisu. So if you go to supermarket, get some JoJo beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a couple of cans to drink and a couple to keep.
Yeah, totally.
Dude,
Yeah.
look at that.
It's so sick.
So
I just fucking
cool.
love how everything he draws just looks so fucking beautiful.
He chose Yebisu as well.
Yeah.
Goated.
The-
The fucking the
Look,
goated
if you
one.
come to Japan, like you got to try this
Oh,
can.
I'm stocking
This is-
up, bro. I'm
This
stocking
is the best canned beer, like the one that you'll find everywhere.
Yeah.
Like not the local ones that you'll get in certain pairs. Like if you want a beer that you can get every single place in
Yeah.
Japan,
Best bang
this
for
is the
your
best
buck
one.
as well.
Do you know
It's a
what?
little more pricey, but it's worth it. I
Yeah.
think the flavor increase is just so good.
Do you know what I hate? Just how susceptible I am to this market.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Bro, I'm drinking more alcohol because of this shit.
No, I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm drinking more Yebisu. It's gonna taste exactly the same. The flavor isn't gonna change. It's just got an anime character on it because I remember I think there was like an ice cream that did an Evangelion collab.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't even eat this ice cream.
I'm
And I want to
buying
buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I have like a stock of like a bunch of different. I have like these like 5 bottles of
Yeah,
yeah,
coolish.
that's the coolest.
Coolish in an
I
Ava collab.
have these 5 bottles of like shochu that are like pretty big. They're like, the proper big size ones. I
Yeah.
don't even drink shochu. I bought it purely because it had the Fist of the North Star designs on it.
Oh, I know the bottles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's still up on my shelf, untouched. It's like, I don't even know why I bought this. It just looks fucking sick. Yeah, these ones.
I remember seeing fucking canned Evangelion bread vending machine.
Evangelion's done a collab
Evangelion's
with
done a lot.
everything.
Yeah, they've done too much.
Yeah.
They'll say yes to anyone, which is concerning.
Yeah, they are the hose.
As
of
long as
the
you're
anime
Japanese,
industry.
they'll be like, "Yep, we'll collab with you." And you're
Yeah.
like, "Are you sure
Yeah.
it's the toxic gas in the death penalty?" They're like, "We'd love a collab."
I mean, it worked with us.
It lines up.
Yeah, well, it lines up.
Thing is, they always find a way to make it work. I remember the weirdest Ava collab I saw was like Evangelion emergency shelter food or something like that. Where
No way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No way.
rations. Yeah, these are the ones.
yeah. The beef curry and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were selling these at Village Vanguard.
No fucking
I
way.
actually ate one of these.
You ate one of
I
them?
had the curry of
Was
the
it
one on
good?
the left. No.
I have Evangelion dumbbells at home.
Evangelion
Evangelion
dumbbells?
dumbbells.
How long do these last, these emergency rations?
I don't know.
Because I have emergency water in my house, and I was like, when does emergency water expire?
Those last quite a while. That's like
Yeah.
4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because as long as you don't open them, surely.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
open them. They're in a cabinet.
Yeah,
5 years.
5 years.
Oh, wow. Canned food. Canned food only lasts 1 to 5 years? I know I thought canned food just lasts like 10. I don't know. I thought
Me
that.
too. I don't know actually.
I think it's because it's like that kind of typical food that you see in like all the apocalypse movies, right?
Well,
You know what?
hopefully I
If
never
there's
need
an
it.
apocalypse going on, I'm not going to be looking at the
Expiry dates. Yeah,
expiry
I'm
date
reading it. I'm
of
reading
like,
it.
damn,
I'm
this emergency water is 5 years out of
Look,
date.
if
I'm
Dead
gonna-
Rising has taught me anything, get the canned shit. that shit it lasts
Right?
forever.
right?
Blue can water is 50 years.
What the fuck is blue can?
I've never
water?
heard of blue can water, actually. That's interesting.
blue can water.
Is it the one you see in the emergency shelters?
The number one emergency water in the world.
I've
50
never heard
years
this.
shelf life.
What makes this different from?
Deja Blue. One of them is called
Hell yeah.
Deja Blue.
Hell yeah. Give me some deja blue, dude.
Knowing Garnt, if Garnt was like somehow stranded in my house and he's like, I need some of the emergency water. I'm like, it's sparkling. He's like, I'll die.
Guess I'll die.
I will. I guess I'll die.
He's like, nah, I'll kill myself.
I remember when we were shooting in Switzerland. Fucking Europe loves their sparkling water,
I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
goated.
beer.
That's why they're goated.
and I was like, I feel like I'm getting more thirsty drinking it. I don't know.
What?
Like the gases.
That is the most bullshit thing you've ever said in your life.
The gases just don't quench that thirst for me. I don't know.
I
Skill
love that in
issue.
Europe. They're like, here's water, here's sparkling water. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. We're not even going to ask
One for hydration, one for enjoyment.
Yeah, we're not even going to ask which one you want. We'll
Like
give you both.
I drink water for hydration. You know, that's what I do it for. We don't need sparkling water. It's a nice like fun twist on water, but nothing can beat the goat. Okay, it is. It is. Okay,
I've been-
you know you've reached like your mid-30s when The idea of just adding gas to a liquid just excites you because you're like.
I feel cold out right now. I've been drinking like.
I've been
fucking-
feeling this way since I was like 15.
I have been crushing sparkling waters at my house. I've got like crates of it, and I go through it pretty quick. But then
would you ever buy one of those like sparkling machines where you make your own?
I heard they're shit.
The soda stream.
I heard they're
Soda
pretty
stream?
bad.
They break really easily.
I heard that they're expensive.
Also, the canisters cost so much.
Yeah,
to, like,
yeah. You have
refill.
to buy canisters, which
Yeah.
is quite. If I had like an industrial fucking system, perhaps I would. But then also like, I don't like what. I mean, I'll just $270 per year.
You can afford that.
Yeah, but I think it's actually cheaper for me to buy sparkling water by the can. Isn't that crazy?
But you can play around with the carbonation.
I don't want to play around with
how
the
much
carbonation.
fizziness.
I like that the can. They've done a great job. It's perfect. Yeah, I found this. It's weird how prices on Amazon work because sometimes you'll be able to buy like a brand of sparkling water or whatever, and there'll be one that's like $40 for 12, and you're like, what the fuck, that's shit.
Yeah.
And then there'll be one where it's like $10 for 30. You're like, okay, now it's just like really cheap. They're trying to figure out how these margins don't make any fucking sense.
Is it the build quality?
I don't know.
The build quality.
Like I think one time I bought like a crate of sparkling water. Like it was huge. They were like the 1 liter bottles, 24, and it was like $15.
$15 for 24.
1 liter bottles of water, sparkling.
what?
Yeah, I was like, how does this make
does that work?
I felt, and then when I went to go reorder it, 'cause I was like, that's crazy value. It was gone. So I'm guessing it was like a mistake or something. I should have bought like
A one-time offer, maybe.
should have bought like 15 of them. My house would have been more sparkling water than apartment.
Yeah, it's like, why is your water bill zero this month?
Yeah.
I've been bathing in sparkling water.
How long has sparkling water existed? When was it invented? when were humans like? Because I imagine just
1767.
Damn,
that's before Australia was founded.
that's older than I thought actually.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
suspending a bowl of water above a beer vat at the brewery in Leeds.
Of
Yorkshire.
course, it started with beer. I was wondering why where
Why
this
did he
idea
suspend
came
a
from.
bottle of water? I wonder why he did that. Yeah, because you're just adding carbon dioxide.
I like how beer was invented before sparkling
Oh,
water.
beer's been around for a very long time, guys.
It has.
But what made this person be like, what if I just like put some water above you? Did they know the science or was it like
Don't know.
accidental?
Maybe you probably just-
yeah, it's by accident.
Yeah, he probably just thought like, yeah, why not?
It's like, oh, I'm thirsty. I'll just leave this here.
I recently went through the process of actually making the beer.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, this is a lot of fucking steps to accidentally fuck up and figure out.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like, how the fuck does someone figure this out?
I feel that way with like most inventions that were found on accident.
I don't know if beer was found on accident. I don't know if someone was like, I hypothesize if I do this, but there's a lot of steps to it. And I thought, there's like who, an accident.
Yeah.
But there's like, I guess maybe like an earlier version of beer maybe is maybe a bit easier to stumble across. But
Yeah.
like, the amount of steps we were doing, like adding the hops, but I guess that's more to add flavor, whereas back then it was probably just malt.
Yeah.
But even that was like, someone grinds the malt, adds it to then a bunch of boiling water. You're like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, there wasn't much to do back then, so
True.
They had all the time in the world, I'm sure, to just be like, let's just like take these malts and just fuck around with it, see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Ancient grains after soaking water began to ferment due to wild yeast, feeling like a rudimentary form of beer.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't grind it; they just left it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel most of these like rudimentary versions of the stuff we have today is just like, I'm just
Accident,
gonna
yeah.
take this shit and just leave it and forget about it, and then someone was like, oh fuck. Oh, remember that thing we did like years ago?
Yeah.
Let's see what it's like now. It's a new thing.
well, didn't like IPA start just because they needed a way to transport the beer from like India to
England to India.
England to India, sorry.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
they just put like a shit ton of like herbs and spices
Hops.
into it.
Hops, yeah.
Hops, yeah.
Oh.
They had a bunch of hops because it would last longer.
Yeah. And
I believe.
Yeah, to export to India.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hop content acted as a natural preservative, preventing it from spoiling during the long ship voyage.
That's cool.
yeah.
But they must have been fucked up on that beer.
Yeah.
Because, in the UK, they only drink like lagers or pilsners. And then suddenly you got to give them IPAs, like a Midwestern dad. They must have been fucked up.
That would have been a great sea ride. Like, oh, we don't have water. What do we have? Beer. I'm sure there was a point where probably we drank more beer than water.
I don't know.
especially
Most
in,
of
like,
the time, yeah, they drank more beer on these.
like what is when was bottled water kind of like not invented, but I guess popularized? Because
I think a lot of the would be like everyone had like leather pouches. Like you'd have like treated leather pouches full of water.
But in terms of like the idea of like selling bottled
17th
water,
century.
so about the same time as about the same time as carbonated water.
Well, I think
guess.
because like before then, everyone carried around some kind of makeshift flask that you would just refill whenever the opportunity presented.
just like a
right?
sack
Yeah,
of
you would just
water.
have like
Yeah.
there was like leather pouches or something, right?
Yeah.
That someone would make, and then you'd be like, all right, fuck it, water time.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, because I imagine at the beginning it must have been pretty hard to sell the idea of bottled water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like I don't know what's like. Have you seen those fucking clips of people trying to Japan sending like canned air or something? Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
Yeah. Look,
I've,
Japan loves a fad. Japan, more than any country, will
If
jump
anything,
on a fad.
I've bought canned air before.
You have?
At Fuji, they sell Fuji canned air. And I bought
Like
my
oxygen or air?
air.
Why?
Like they literally take the air from the top of Mount Fuji and they trap it in a can and then they sell it as this is if you open it up and you smell it, breathe it in, it's like you're at the top of Mount Fuji.
Yeah,
That's some real
Japan
shit.
is good at scamming.
Yeah, my friend
very
bought
good.
it for me as a gag and I opened that bitch up and I'm like, yeah, wow. Great gift, dude.
Did you try breathing it in?
I did. I was like, smells like metal. Or from the can. Doesn't smell like Fuji at all. Also, how would I know what Fuji smells like? I've never climbed it. So thanks, dude.
You know, it's just like you were there.
It's just like I'm there, guys. Open up this fucking empty can and get scammed.
Yeah, because I remember like a while ago where we saw, we might have talked about it on Trash Days, or we might not have, where people were saying, Sydney did a video where she bought like a whole box of like bagged up air. It wasn't even canned air.
Oh, from the previous year, right?
Yeah, from the previous year. You know,
So when the clock rolled over to like, say, 2025, people would sell air from 2024.
What?
Yeah, and sell it on like Mercari and stuff. And
This
usually,
is why
and
this
usually
is
it would
why
be like,
we have no faith in the human
yeah,
race.
I saw one where it was like selling. It was literally a plastic bag that had just been tied up, sealed up, and with fucking marker it just wrote "air from 2022," and they were selling it for 2,022 yen on Mercari. And I was just like, no, why?
but what if
What does 22? What like flavor profile does 2022 have that's different from this year?
just imagine air from like a million years ago though, just like
Yeah,
yo,
look, if it was air from like, I don't know, the 1400s, then maybe I'd be like, okay, that would probably be different. I'm not buying it, but
it smells
I'd
like-
want to smell
It
it.
smells like piss and shit. in
Piss
here.
and shit
Came
and-
from where? London? Did we have a sewage system back then?
Yeah.
This is what it smells like. You just cracked cracked
It's
a
just
fat one here.
It's just a bag that someone farted in. Air from 1400s. There you go.
I mean, it's no different from bathwater.
Yeah.
Gamer Girl bathwater.
Pretty much, yeah. It's that equivalent.
Just the older version of it for
Yeah.
some reason, unfortunately. Wow, what a scam.
Yeah, absolute scam.
Why are we talking about bottled water and sparkling water again?
I don't know,
How
man.
did we get on this tangent?
Emergency rations,
Emergency
Ava,
ration.
collaborations.
Air
Damn.
gear, Obama. There you go. We traced it all the way back. Baki.
Weird.
We went from Baki to bottled
We
water.
really are the goats of tangents.
How do we go
huh?
from Baki to
I
bottled
don't know.
water?
We just.
This is why people watch this show, man.
What's wrong with us?
You
What's wrong
never
with
know
us?
where the conversation's going to go.
I don't. Yeah. Sometimes you need a fucking historian to trace back how a
the
subject
lineage
matter,
of trash taste.
the lineage, how a subject matter started.
I just want
on
to see a
these
flow chart
podcasts.
of this episode, like just where it goes.
Oh my god.
Well, let us know if you enjoyed our little tangent there. We're going to start wrapping it up right now. Thanks so much for watching Trash Taste.
Hey, look at these patrons.
Look at
though.
them.
Yeah.
Look at them.
These patrons can not only again vote for next month's Trash Taste Anime Club entry for us to go and watch, but also every single week they can check out exclusive weekly Patreon content. We have a brand new one that you guys can go check out right
Well,
after
it's
this
the
episode.
reaction of everything.
It's
that
the
we just
reactions,
watched.
yeah. But you can go check that out. And hey, if we hadn't sold you it on the first half of the episode, then you can watch this clip right now. Play it, Mudan.
Good night. Morning. Cute frills, right? Morning. Yeah, I guess. Brother. What do you mean, yeah, I guess? Those are some bahongas. Okay, also, the feet feels unnecessary. I feel like we're double dipping here, but sure.
Wow, feet on panel one. Wow, for free. for free.
But hey, if you want to check that out and support the show in the process, then head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you had our face, listen to us on Spotify.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.